Ellie's Garden of Dreams. In a cozy little house on Maple Street lived a bright and imaginative girl named Ellie. Ellie loved to dream big, and one day she decided she wanted to transform a patch of their backyard into a beautiful garden. She pictured vibrant flowers and fresh vegetables growing under the sun, a place where butterflies fluttered and bees buzzed happily. "Mom, Dad, I want to start my own garden," Ellie announced excitedly over breakfast. Her parents smiled and encouraged her. "That sounds wonderful, Ellie. We believe you can do it." With a sparkle in her eye, Ellie set out to turn her dream into reality. She gathered seeds of all kinds, from daisies and sunflowers to carrots and tomatoes. As she looked at the array of seeds, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. "I can try new things," Ellie whispered to herself, feeling a surge of determination. She spent the day planting the seeds in neat rows, carefully following the instructions on each packet. As the sun began to set, she stood back and admired her work, feeling proud of her efforts. However, as days turned into a week, Ellie realized she needed more knowledge about gardening. Some seeds weren't sprouting, and she wasn't sure if she was doing everything right. She decided to ask for help. "Mr. Green knows a lot about gardening," Ellie thought, remembering her friendly neighbor. She walked over to his house and knocked on the door. Mr. Green, a retired gardener, greeted her with a warm smile. "Hello, Ellie. How can I help you today?" "Mr. Green, I'm starting my own garden, but I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Could you give me some advice?" Ellie asked. "Of course, I'd be happy to help," Mr. Green said, and together they went back to her garden. He showed her how to prepare the soil, how much water each plant needed, and which spots in the garden were best for different types of plants. Ellie felt grateful and relieved, repeating to herself, "I can ask for help when needed." With Mr. Green's guidance, Ellie felt more confident. She planted new seeds and took extra care of her garden. But after a few days, she found herself growing impatient. The seeds seemed to be taking forever to sprout. "Mom, why aren't the plants growing yet?" Ellie asked, feeling frustrated. Her mother smiled and hugged her. "Gardening requires patience, Ellie. The seeds need time to grow. Remember, I can be patient. Good things take time." Ellie nodded and decided to be patient. She continued to water her garden every day and watched carefully for any signs of growth. Soon, tiny green shoots began to appear, and Ellie's heart filled with joy. But not all of her plants thrived. Some wilted and didn't grow at all. Ellie felt a pang of disappointment. She had worked so hard and felt like she had failed. Seeing her distress, Mr. Green came over and examined the plants. "It looks like these plants didn't get enough sunlight, and those ones might have been overwatered," he explained gently. "It's okay to make mistakes, Ellie. Gardening is a learning process." Ellie took a deep breath and repeated to herself, "I can learn from mistakes." She adjusted the positions of some plants and changed her watering schedule, eager to see better results. One day, Ellie noticed that some pests had started nibbling on her plants. She felt a wave of worry. How could she protect her garden? "I can believe in myself," Ellie thought, gathering her courage. She researched natural ways to keep pests away and found a recipe for a homemade repellent. She mixed the ingredients and sprayed her plants carefully. The pests soon disappeared, and her garden began to flourish once more. Weeks passed, and Ellie's garden started to bloom beautifully. Bright flowers opened their petals to the sun, and the vegetables grew plump and colorful. Ellie's heart swelled with pride and happiness. She had faced challenges, asked for help, learned from her mistakes, and believed in herself. Excited to share her success, Ellie invited her family and Mr. Green to see her garden. They all gathered around, admiring the vibrant display. "Ellie, your garden is amazing," her dad exclaimed. "You've done a fantastic job," her mom added, giving her a tight hug. Mr. Green smiled proudly. "You've shown great resilience, Ellie. I'm so proud of you." Ellie beamed with joy. She realized that with determination, patience, and support, she could achieve her dreams. Her garden was not just a beautiful space, but also a testament to her hard work and the valuable lessons she had learned. And so Ellie's garden of dreams flourished, reminding her every day that she could try new things, ask for help, be patient, learn from mistakes, and always believe in herself.